Hey everybody, Sam Burge here, and surprise, surprise, this isn't a Let's Play or anything game related, but I wanted to make this video because I am working on a pretty big commission, somewhat of a big commission, probably about my second biggest commission I've ever worked on, but I want to talk about it, and I'm just going to show you guys sort of some of the details and inside of how I operate when I do commissions for props and whatnot. But I want to go over this prop. What we're looking at is this picture right here. This is just a rough sketch of what my customer wanted. She's wanting a prop tree, like you can see. She wants it where two people can stand under it, has some archway and branches that come out, and she can hang stuff like pictures. You know, if people want to do wedding photos and have pictures of themselves or family photos, something where it's her idea. She's wanting a tree, a prop tree that you can hang stuff on and whatnot, and that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm going to be building today. Part of these commissions, I usually let the customer explain, give me some photos of what they want, what they're looking for, and then I fill in the gaps, sort of tell them how it is. With a lot of commissions, customers change their minds. At first, this was not going to be what it was originally supposed to be. It was supposed to be an archway made out looking like vines. She ended up changing her mind and said, hey, I want the tree. This is how I want to look. You know, this is how it's supposed to look. I mean, I sent her the drawing and she approved of it. So that's how the first process goes, is always the sketching and rough idea. A lot of my commissions, when I start them, I usually charge a minimum. I just tell them, look, you're wanting this, I add it up, sort of study, do some research. You know, I always, like when people ask me to do commissions, I always research so I know what I'm doing, so I'm not ripping anybody off. It takes a good amount of research, and this is sort of a commission I'm not used to. It's nothing that's horror related. So it's like I have to put a little bit more effort in the research and whatnot, and what I need to build this tree. But so the first part we'll be going over is what the base is going to be made of and how I'm going to make this tree happen. So I'm going to take the camera over to where my first part is and explain what's going on. Okay, as you can see behind me right now is the base of what the tree is going to be made out of. Now, it's a foam sheet, that's what it is, and this is what the base of the tree's structure is going to be made out of, I should say. The reason why I'm choosing this is because it's lightweight and it's sturdy, and what I'm going to do to it, it's going to be tougher, so I don't have to worry about the back being messed up, because this is more of a drop piece. It's a background, so it's not going to be a full 360 tree. It's going to be sort of like, you know, a 180, you know, half of a tree split down in half. So that's the base part of this right now. And she said, when I was doing the measurement, she says make it where the tree is as tall as myself. I stand 6'4". So in the next part you're going to see is just sort of me. I'm going to measure myself onto the board and sort of draw how this tree is going to look when I get it, okay? Okay everybody, so I just want to explain what I did. I know you probably can't see it well on camera, but I did draw an outline of the tree right here, and it does come out. It's my shoulder width. It's stands up about that high, comes down, sort of slopes down. You won't be able to see it because the marker I used and the lighting, but what I'm going to do with this is I've got spray foam, and I'm going to decorate this thing with spray foam and try to sort of give it tree look, you know what I'm saying, and just to give it the waves and grooves. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next, is get out the spray foam and start working this onto the project and go from there. For a better reference of what I was saying in the last part, as you can see sort of how the tree sort of has waves, but it sort of waves out in different directions. This is the look we're gonna go for, and that's what the spray foam is gonna sort of do, is build up little mounds and heights and peaks for this tree to give it a look. I'll more than likely have to go back through and sand some of it, but I'm also going to be paper macheing it in the next parts of this video. As you can see in the sped up video of me spraying foam on there, I wasn't too great with it at first because it's been a while since I've dealt with spray foam. I usually use that for clogging cracks and covering up, you know, crevices. But this is a go around where I was talking about building up the base, because like I said, the idea is to use the spray foam to sort of build up a structure to make it look like a tree. I'm gonna let it expand a little bit, and we'll come back in a few to see if I'll need more, if I, how many more cans. Because when I do a budget with people and I let them know, they give me so much money and I work with the materials and money I get from them. So like a lot of the times, it takes a while for one to get all the, spray foam on and whatnot. But like I said, I just gotta wait and just basically let the foam expand and then check it out. But this is an example of why when I do commissions, I like to have people pay so much ahead. So if I'm building this and as I go, I'm not losing any money because they give me a set budget to work with. Usually most of the time I let them know, it's like, hey, it's gonna cost a little bit more for materials, or hey, I'm gonna need this much to get this, to finish this. And in the end, the only money I really actually make is how many hours I put into this project. But that's just how it goes, And this is one of those projects that's gonna take a while for me to basically set things up. But in the long run, this is how I do my commission work, is basically just sort of by hearsay and a budget to start off with, because I can make anything almost out of anything, and you'll see that when this tree starts taking an actual form. You'll see that I can almost build anything out of just about anything you hand me. So but anyway, so when we get back to this video, you'll see the foam, it's fully expanded, and I'll sort of give a judgmental idea of how what's going to be the next step in this process.